okay, it was obviously never going to happen because they would have just started trying if it really got close. But, like, if they would have done the thing in the third period. Arson. Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I'm here to talk about Game 12 of the regular season, where the Rangers win 5-0. I understand it was 5-3, but come on. That game ended 5-0 over the Detroit Red Wings in one of the most confidence-inspiring games of the season for the New York Rangers. Because the Red Wings are no slouch whatsoever. They are a very solid team with a lot of upside this season, and I looked at this game on paper knowing that Shesterkin was still going to be out. Obviously, Fox and Hedl are on IR. They jumble the lines around. They end up moving Wheeler to the first line and demoting Kakko to the third line. All of that in mind, and the travel game, and the gut-wrenching loss to Minnesota just the other day, I was very unsure on how the Rangers were going to handle it, and by God, if they didn't absolutely blow the Red Wings away. 5-0 entering the third period, and they stopped trying. I don't mean to disrespect the Red Wings because they scored 3 goals in the third period unanswered, and that's great for them, but the Rangers had 26 shots after the first 2 periods and held the Red Wings to 12. They came into the third period, and the Rangers just kind of took their foot off the pedal. And I'm not going to say that's a great thing because it almost bit you in the ass. Because the Red Wings got their 3 goals, and then with like 30 seconds left, Quick had to make a couple of unbelievable saves to let it not become 5-4. And I don't know, man. What happens in the last 30 seconds? Maybe something funky happens and all of a sudden there's an overtime. That didn't happen. Thank God. Again, the things that would have occurred had they blown a 5-0 lead in this game. Oh, not even just from me, just from the fan base in general. Twitter, Instagram, it would have been unusable for like a week. So the first goal of the game is Vincent Trocheck in the first period, gets a pass in the neutral zone from Erik Gustafsson, who would have a couple of assists in this game. Cruises in, beautiful shot past Husso, and the Rangers take a 1-0 lead out of the first period. Shots at one point in the first period got to be, I want to say, 12-1 in favor of the Rangers. It was not close. They entered the first period and just immediately gave Detroit the doormat treatment. And then it got worse in the second period. Rangers on a power play. They're passing it around. Erik Gustafsson at the blue line fires one towards the net. And you know, the thing about Chris Kreider being in front of the net is when you just kind of yeet it at him, usually good things happen. Case in point, his 9th goal of the season. Chris Kreider, I've just got to keep saying it because he does not get the appreciation that he really deserves. Best net front presence in the league, and is going to go down as the best net front presence the Rangers have ever had, and very likely, in my opinion, the last to wear 20 in a Rangers jersey. I'm just throwing that out there. Hey, this means I screwed something up. I genuinely don't know where the footage went for me talking about the Trocheck goal, but it wasn't there when I went to make the video, so it was a really nice one-timer from Vincent Trocheck, and it was his 2nd goal of the night. He had a very good game. I was very pleased with Trocheck, who's been kind of hit or miss this season. Good even strength goal, good power play goal. Good night. Good job, Vinny. I'm proud of you. Trocheck's 2nd of the night, and the Rangers have a 3-0 lead. Then, a few minutes after that, Rangers behind the net. It's Alexi Lafreniere in a battle with 3 Red Wing defenders, and he never stopped fighting for this puck. Eventually gets just a hair bit of space. And the thing about the new Alexi Lafreniere that we're seeing this season, all he needs is just a little bit of space. Gets it to Artemi Panarin, and he does not miss a beautiful top-shelf shot for Artemi Panarin. His 7th goal of the season already. His 20th point. And if I'm not mistaken, his 20th point. Yeah. Bald Panarin is not human. And the 5th goal for the Rangers in this game, the final one of their night, it's along the blue line. Schneider over to Zach Jones, fires towards the net. Will Cooley, a little bit late, but dressing up for Halloween as Chris Kreider. Net front nuisance, tips it home, and the Rangers take a 5-0 lead in this game. Now, you had the third period that wasn't great. But you know what? Come off of a gut-wrenching loss. You played, and this is the thing, I am usually very harsh with third periods like this, but it was such a dominating first 40. I can't bring myself to say anything too negative about the third period. No, it was ugly as all get out and bordering on unacceptable, if we're being honest. But you come off of a gut-wrenching loss. It's your backup goalie in net for another game. You're missing a couple of really important players. And you so thoroughly wiped them up and down the ice for the first 40 minutes. I can see why they kind of got, I don't want to say sloppy in the third period, but definitely foot off the gas. I think this is the best way to give up 3 unanswered third period goals, obviously, because you still win. But also with the fact that if you had a big enough cushion, you can do that. Get the warning sign and realize, oh, we can't do that all that often, but also not have it cost you a game or any points in this game. Which, again, other coaches, specifically the last one, I don't think that message gets across. I truly think that the night, they're going to celebrate the win for a brief moment. They probably did coming off of the ice, but as soon as they got into the locker room, I would have to assume that Peter Laviolette was very harsh with them. And, you know, held them accountable. Like, hey, good win. What happened in the last 20 minutes of that game? So the Rangers get tomorrow off, but we'll be back at it Thursday night in Madison Square Garden, still taking on the Minnesota Wild at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you want to hear me go more in depth about this game and the past couple of games and the moves the Rangers made in this game, how I like the lines now that they've changed it up a little bit, my thoughts on the defensive pairs, my thoughts on the power play, you guys should go listen to the Rangers Game Plan podcast channel. There's going to be a video out tomorrow night/evening. Me and Evan are going to probably record tomorrow in the evening. So, yeah, if you haven't already, guys, please go check out that channel. It's a passion project. Me and Evan absolutely love making those videos. Definitely go subscribe to it, and there will be a new one up there tomorrow evening. But as for right now, that is all I have to say about this game. So if you enjoyed the video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Rangers.